Since the series began, Smash Bros. Has had its fair share of side modes with mixed results. Some are mainstays in the series, others we have been begging for the return of to no avail, and positive opinions on Smash 2 you're better off keeping to yourself. It was a combination of Smash Bros. And Mario Party. What's not to like? Sure, it had a learning curve, but... Oh, hold on. Oh, I just lost 300 YouTube subs and my family disowned me. But no game mode receives more scorn or overwhelming indifference from the Smash community than World of Light. Smash Ultimate has been out for years now, and I've put more hours into the game than most people have spent with their loved ones, but I've actively avoided playing through World of Light.
Everything the light touches. What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there.
I played it for a bit when Ultimate first released while I was on vacation, but it just evolved into me Mario laddering spirits for an hour straight until I got bored and I never picked it back up. However, I want to give World of Light a real, genuine, unbiased chance in this video and play it to completion. Maybe people were just too hard on it when Ultimate first came out and unfairly compared it to Subspace Emissary. Maybe it's not as bad as people say. It's as bad as people say. World of Light is the story mode of Smash Ultimate, and I'm using that phrase as loosely as possible. As soon as you hop in, you're greeted with a stunning, fully voiced opening cutscene that shows the cast of Smash Ultimate getting swiftly defeated by the god of light, Galeem. You can do it, Sonic! Get out of there! No! Only Kirby narrowly escapes while everyone else has been turned into Galeem's spirit puppets. With all the tell don't show lore dumping out of the way, it's up to Sakurai's favorite boy to free Smash's roster and save the day. That's pretty much all the story that you're going to get out of this story mode. After all of that lore setup, World of Light is actually an open world game mode. By definition, an open world game is a game mechanic of using a virtual world that the player can explore and approach objectives freely, as opposed to a world with more linear and structured gameplay. Yes, you don't have the flexibility to do anything you want in the World of Light overworld like in other open world games, but it still fits the bill because you're able to complete the game's objectives in any order and in any way that you like. So why did I bother to establish that World of Light is an open world game? Because in an era where Nintendo has successfully created open world games multiple times, World of Light does almost nothing right. I get that open world games are supposed to be open, but the goal is for the player to be able to figure out where to go on their own and actually want to do it. World of Light doesn't do that. Instead, you're stuck wandering around a map that looks a little too much like Smash Tour, trying to find a random spirit to build a bridge, or find a Lapras to swim across the ocean to progress, when there is zero indication that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, to rescue Isabelle, looks like I need to climb to the top of this building. I think I'll need a ladder. What spirit can I possibly use as a ladder? Oh god, no!
I'm waiting on the other side of the map behind 2 boss fights! Ladder!
I was playing with a guide half the time and I was still confused. Sometimes you're trying to pin down Rathalos, and other times you're picking random paths to try to get through the pack maze. It's just not fun. Fuck the Lost Woods. Why were the puzzles more frustrating to solve than any Divine Beast dungeon in Breath of the Wild? After pulling your hair out for a while, you get your chance to defeat Galeem, but no way, now there's another bad guy and this time he's dark. A war between light and dark has never been done in video games, truly groundbreaking storytelling in World of Light. However, once you get to the Dark World, the map design actually becomes a lot better. Yes, the Lost Woods is awful, but at least each area has clear goals to accomplish, so you actually had a way to develop your strategy instead of running around like an idiot like you did in the first half. What the fuck am I doing? Dracula's castle is my favorite part of the Dark World. It felt like you were exploring a Castlevania level as you solved puzzles by shooting cannonballs at monsters. If this is how all of World of Light was, I think it would have had a much more positive reception. But no. Instead, you have to trial and error your way around the overworld map for most of the game, fighting battles that may not actually matter.
You're so close.
No, I didn't have another Wonder Wing.
Oh, you should have back aired.
I'm having a great time. I find the gameplay of World of Light to be even more frustrating than the overworld because of how repetitive it is. I appreciate the level of detail that the Smash dev team went into when adding character references to the spirit fights, but there are hundreds of them stopping you on every corner of the map. It gets old destroying CPUs in less time than it takes to load the fight very quickly. Not to mention that they didn't even update these spirit fights after the DLC fighter passes. They did Mithra so dirty. Yes, open world games are meant to be completed in any order you like, but there is no sense of gameplay progression in World of Light. A game can be open world and still provide this progression for the player. In Breath of the Wild, you get the champion abilities, new weapons with various combat styles, and the Sheikah Slate upgrades to keep the gameplay fresh. Pokemon Legends Arceus is constantly giving you new ways to move around the wild areas, your party grows stronger, and you get new ways to capture Pokemon. As the player, you can see and feel your enemies getting stronger throughout the game, even if you're getting caught up in side quests instead of advancing the story. Not me though, I beat Breath of the Wild with only 7 Korok seeds. Maybe it's because I play Smash competitively, but I didn't experience this increase in challenge in World of Light as I progressed through it. World of Light almost never wavers in difficulty outside of, oh, I need to equip my anti-strong wind spirit or I'll automatically lose. Or, okay, I need to cheese these randomly OP Ryus. Mom, why did I die in 4 hits? The only tangible gameplay progression is seeing your character's power level increase and upgrading the skills tree to obtain new abilities. Most of them are just stat buffs, and the double final smash meter almost never comes into play since the battle is usually over before your meter fills up. Getting a universal triple jump is pretty cool though. Or in the case of Banjo and Kazooie, a quadruple jump. You doing okay there, buddy? The lack of a difficulty curve combined with a minimal progression system makes for a really uninteresting experience. The boss fights are cool. Marx is so perfectly unsettling, I love it. But you can do these battles in classic mode too and save yourself 10 hours. The rest of the battles are the traditional Smash Bros experience with spirits and specific scenarios slapped on top. Wow, the floor is on fire. This is fine. I came into this video wanting to play as much of World of Light as I could with as many characters as possible so I could get the full experience. I gave up on that after like 2 hours. It takes way too long to finish fights with characters that I'm not very good with or I can't cheese with effectively. Actually, that second one is just Mario. My Mario isn't good, but I've got cutscene combos that would make Chris Pratt proud.
It's a me.
Besides Mario, I spent the majority of the playthrough using my best characters that I had at my disposal, which were Banjo and Kazooie and Pyramithra. I didn't even have to save them because all the DLC characters are given to you early on in World of Light, which saved me a lot of time and effort. They tided me over well until I finally found him. I don't want to play with you anymore. Freeing Sonic in World of Light made the rest of my playthrough more enjoyable because I was able to make my way through battles much faster. Sometimes a little too fast. Eventually, I made my way to the final phase of World of Light where you have to balance the light of Galeem and the darkness of Darkon to get the true ending. Getting to play as Master Hand was easily my favorite part of World of Light, but I still felt like I had to camp to make sure I won the fight. Why can I camp in World of Light but not in Tournament? The final segment as you work your way up to Galeem and Darkon is supposed to be epic, but it's just kind of awkward and takes way too long. After completing a boss rush that everyone saw coming, you come face to face with the gods of Light and Dark for one final 3-way battle. Yes, Galeem and Darkon actually beat each other up when they're vulnerable. I appreciate the commitment to the plot. With the two gods defeated, balance has been restored, and the day is saved.
Congratulations on completed World of Light for your very first time. You deserve to be handsomely rewarded for completing such a lengthy quest.
Wow. I wasn't expecting all this, but you know what? You're right. Those 10 hours I spent playing World of Light, I could be doing something better, like beating our Lord and Savior Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door for the 10th time. I deserve something great, like a secret game mode or alternate costumes for the roster.
Whoa! Slow down there, Speed Racer. I've got something even better for you. Okay. Good vault sounds. My music. There and
Wait, after all that time and effort, the only thing I get is the ability to change the menu music like I already could with every stage in the game?
Yes, sir. Pretty sweet, huh? I recommend the Japanese version of Lifeline.
World of Light is a great concept with poor execution. It isn't offensively bad, but I think what makes World of Light disliked more than it maybe should be is that it wasn't what we expected. When we were first introduced to World of Light before Ultimate's release, we were only shown the opening cutscene along with a little bit of gameplay. It looked like we were finally getting a sequel to Subspace Emissary.
Hey, finally!
That's what we've been waiting for!
There's more where that came from, folks.
You like that?
It's what we wanted all along!
We did not get that sequel at all. Yes, Subspace Emissary's gameplay is pretty repetitive too, but what makes it so beloved are the cutscenes showing interactions between characters from various franchises for the first time. We got to see Mario square up with Link, Fox getting dragged around by Diddy, and the dream trio of Luigi, Ness, and Dedede. Every cutscene is a treat, and they make you want to keep playing so you can see what happens next in the story. This is why World of Light was such a letdown in comparison. After Brawl's cutscenes were uploaded online, Sakurai decided to do away with Smash's single-player campaigns being so cutscene heavy in Smash 4, which continued into Ultimate's World of Light. Let it go, Sakurai. It's the internet age. Nothing is sacred anymore. The only actual cutscene is the opening cutscene, which felt like false advertising to me. Besides that, there's just a short cutscene before the final battle with Galeem and Darkon. Oh, hi, Sonic! And another after you defeat them. They built up all this lore at the beginning of World of Light and did nothing with it. It's hard to find good storytelling these days. Not everyone can be Pinocchio, a true story.
Did you hear that?
I did. I get it now. We have to go back to the circus.
No, Pinocchio. I don't think you get it at all. We are wanted by the police.
After playing through World of Light, I honestly wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Between the repetitive gameplay, bad map design, and lack of storytelling, it makes it all feel kind of pointless. Like, what in the world of World of Light would make you want to complete World of Light to completion besides bragging rights? The spirits? I mean, it's pretty cool to play through all the spirit battles and collect them and see what all the references are, but... Wait a minute. Is World of Light and Smash Ultimate only to justify the dev team replacing trophies with spirits? Subspace Emissary used trophies as a major plot point. It all makes sense now. Sakurai did mention that making the trophies is really time consuming. World of Light might have just been a really long, drawn out way to save time. Now that's the most Nintendo thing I've ever heard.